Hey, Bonsai Boy here, Red Rock Bonsai YouTube channel. Today we're going to be partaking in a $50 bonsai challenge. Now, I've been waiting for a TikTok challenge on bonsai for a long time, and because I don't have enough work, enough trees to trim, and I can always use more trees, we're going to actually take this challenge a step further, and we're going to compare 3 different stores, 2 box stores, Home Depot and Lowe's, and then we're going to go to a local nursery. We're going to compare the 3 now and after 3 years. Come along for the journey. Should be a fun ride. We've arrived at our first stop, which is Lowe's. Starting at the box store first, just because it's closest to my house. But I think there's immense value, like I said before, in box stores, especially for people who are beginning, even intermediate to advanced level knowledge in bonsai. You can take a nursery stock and turn it into a bonsai. It's so much fun, and anyone can do it. That's why I think there's immense value. You get to practice on a lot of trees, because when you're first starting out, you're going to kill a lot of trees. You're going to struggle. You're going to learn a lot. And rather than spending a ton of money on an already finished bonsai, learning the process of bonsai through buying nursery stock at a box store is invaluable. Anyways, let's go. So you're gonna see a lot of cactuses, a lot of desert plants here in Arizona. Variegated jades, those are nice. Those are really nice. It's actually not a bad idea for the challenge. But, yep, a lot of desert plants, but they are beautiful. Look at this cactus. This thing's wild looking. Another option. It's a unique version of a jade. It's a rainbow jade. Got a little sage here. Bougainvilleas. Within the price range. Got some nice boxwoods here. I do not have a boxwood, so a Japanese boxwood would not be a bad idea. Now, I found 2 junipers. They're actually really nice. Here's the problem with junipers here in Arizona, is that they don't do very well, so they don't have a lot of them, and they're usually overpriced. Let's check it out. Oh, this does fit within our challenge parameters. $34 would be a nice challenge. It's almost impossible to see the trunk in there. I'm trying to reach in, feel in there, feel what we got to work with. You know what? It's either between this or the boxwood. And I actually think I'm going to go with this one. It's got a little bit more lift to work with. I also like to think that, you know, getting a tree from a big box store gives you a little karma, because it's almost like, I like to compare it to an animal shelter. You know, there are pros and cons to getting a tree or any plant at a big box store, is the fact that they're not going to be taken care of as well. The soil isn't going to be as good as you might get from a bonsai nursery or a regular nursery, but you can handle all that on your own. You're going to end up spending $34 on a juniper that might cost you $50, $60 somewhere else. So now that we got the juniper secured, it's time to head to our next destination. Took a moment to grab some coffee from a local coffee shop. Just wanted to give them a massive shout out. Brewbox Coffee. It is the best coffee shop in all of Arizona. Right, we're here at Summer Winds. I got my coffee. Let's go shopping. What I love about walking into Summer Winds is you're immediately greeted by some massive plants. Gives you the best feeling walking into a nursery. Got ourselves another juniper here. Beautiful tree. Mint julep juniper. Here's another option for us. There's a gardenia. Could use this. I don't have a gardenia, so it'd be nice to add to the collection. I think you can easily get cuttings off these. The only problem here is $40 for this size of a gardenia. That is one thing that is a con for the nurseries. Because they take better care of their trees, they're going to be in better soil most of the time. You end up paying a little bit more for your trees. So sticking with the $50 price point here is going to be an absolute challenge. Pink Japanese wisteria. I love wisteria. Now I will say this, I already have one of these and I believe it's definitely out of the price point, but check these guys out. If you haven't had a chance to bonsai wisteria, I would say it is an absolute experience. It's a lot of fun. A lot of trimming, but just a little bit out of our price point. I think these are really cool. The creeping fig. Definitely not going to use it for the challenge, but a very, very unique, cool tree. Here are some pots. Probably come back here to get a pot for this challenge. Not going to get one today because there's no need. We're in the middle of summer and you should not be repotting. Because you're doing a challenge doesn't mean that the rules change. You got to wait until... Here in Arizona we do it in late January, early February, but for everywhere else usually a month later than that. But I usually get my akadama, calcite clay, lava rock here. Excellent selection here at the Desert Wind. Little guys, look at these little guys. Maui red. Never heard of this. Never seen this tree. It's like an umbrella tree. Here we've got a couple of boxwoods. This same boxwood was $10 at Lowe's. Looks like it's $54. I will say it's a little bit bigger, a little more mature, but still. That's out of our price range, isn't it? Look who I found. Hey, what's up? What a little cutie. Show you around the rest of the nursery. A lot of cactuses. A lot of really cool aloe variations. Look at this. Super cute. Got an aloe rocks. More aloes. These wicked cactuses. If you're into cactuses, I'd say come to Arizona. You can buy all the cactuses you want. Now, you will see, like the price of a juniper in Texas is going to be about this price. The price for a cactus in Texas is going to be far more expensive. But here, since there's so many, you can get a really big cactus for a great price. Look at these guys. More cactuses. Tons of variations. Look at that one. Super weird. Super cool. Look at this guy. Enough cactuses. Let's go pick out a tree. This guy. Huge. walking around for about 20 minutes. It's kind of disappointing, the selection they have, and sticking within the $50 price parameters. It's not easy here at the Desert Winds. You bet your ass we're gonna do it though. All right, so I think we're going to have to go with another juniper, which isn't the most exciting choice, but it seems like the only choice. Still searching. Mint julep juniper is gonna be an extremely challenging juniper, which challenge is good, but yeah, it's gonna be a tough one. So we're gonna keep looking, see what else they have to offer, and go from there.
You know what I got? It'll be a slow roll going, but we were thinking about making a bonsai out of it anyway. You ever do a bonsai out of bougainvillea?
Yeah, I have 5.
Well,
You have 5.
this got defoliated and I started misting him and he just started coming back. So I thought about hacking him
Hey,
down.
this looks pretty nice.
Yeah. Go ahead and take him. He's yours.
For free?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Okay.
Like I said, he was coming back. I went on vacation, came back, he was defoliated. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to start misting him. And
Seeing what
over
happens.
the last few weeks, he started to kind of rebud. So I'm like, I know he's there.
Yeah, he is.
But his structure at the bottom looks like it's going to be real good for that anyway.
Yeah, it does.
So yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome, buddy.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
Does he have a sticker on him? Yeah, nope, that's off anyway. All right.
Okay.
You're good to go.
Thank you.
No, you're welcome.
All right, so this is a bougainvillea, which I do have 5 of these already, but excellent material. The guy here at Summer Winds just told me I could take it because it just started coming back. They thought it was dead. They're going to bonsai it anyways. So excellent. So total cost of this bonsai for me is going to be $0 so far. So I can spend some good money on a fancy pot. Alright guys, I just saw this crepe myrtle. It's really nice. Obviously it's not within the cost, but I really want to bonsai this. These are the little stone things I was talking about. Kind of cute. $84, cute. I don't know about that. Trying to figure it out. I guess I could always use more fine pine bark. So I've expanded shell here, which I actually might get that because I'm going to need it for repotting this bougainvillea. All right, we're good to go. Got the bonsai in the back seat. Future bonsai, that is. Bougainvillea. I would say Desert Winds was a success because we paid $0 for a tree. I did end up buying some soil just because I wanted to buy something. Didn't want to walk out of there with a free tree and nothing else. But yeah, we're on to the next one. It's already looking like it's 100 degrees out, so I need to wrap this up. But we're headed to Home Depot next, so it's gonna be fun. We have arrived at Home Depot, so pretty exciting stuff. This is the last stop on the journey. What I like about this Home Depot is it looks like a jungle when you're walking in. Very, very cool. So you can see they have a lot of the same cactuses, some different ones, like they didn't have this at Lowe's. That is crazy looking. But yeah. I think this is a desert rose, which I do not have one of them. Think of what if I just blew the budget on this son of a gun? It blew the budget completely. sago palms. Look at this guy. King sago. Big ass trunk. Very cool palm tree. This hibiscus right here is kind of interesting just due to lack of options. Hibiscus isn't my first choice. The leaves are huge and it's going to be a challenge. But that trunk isn't too bad. Not a lot of movement in it, but I don't see why we couldn't make movement. Also, here's another issue with a lot of box stores is you gotta quarantine your trees because you might have pests. Just something to look out for. So I'm choosing between these three. First one right here, this is a boxwood, a gardenia, and then a hibiscus tree. These are, I've been walking around for a long time. I think these are my best choices, at least for this challenge, within our parameters of $50, because I still have to get a pot as well. So, I don't know which to. All three of these bonsais I do not own currently. So, that makes the choice that much tougher. The boxwood, you get small leaves, offering the opportunity for a pretty incredible canopy years from now. Gardenia, leaves are a little bit bigger, but the white flowers offer a very unique bonsai experience. Now the only problem with the hibiscus is that the leaves are huge, so minimizing those leaves takes a lot of work. Choices. So after a long time spent making a decision, I've narrowed it down to the gardenia and the boxwood. I decided to go with this beautiful Japanese boxwood because I can make cuttings out of it, and it is a tree that I don't have, so very exciting. With the three trees that we purchased, just as a review, we got this beautiful bougainvillea. We got it for free from Summer Winds, not Desert Winds. I said Desert Winds all video, ignore that. It is called Summer Winds here in Glendale. But we got this tree for free. Bougainvillea. We got this juniper right here, this bad bitch, we got at Lowe's. Very fun, gonna be a fun project. Yep. Also, from Home Depot to finish it off, we got this beautiful boxwood. Alright, so we're gonna be tracking this progress of all three of these trees, as well as my other trees, but we're gonna be tracking the progress of these things over the next 3 years. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Thanks for hanging out. Watching this video. I know I'm not too great at videos yet, but I will get better and better at it over time, and it's going to be fun watching the progress of these three trees. So thank you for listening. Like, comment, and subscribe. Rug Rock Bonsai YouTube channel. Bonsai Boy on TikTok. Yep, I'm out.